A lot of people think about knife defence. They'll look at YouTube, they'll see all these fancy techniques. Okay? Now we'll show you all the fancy techniques. They can have a play around with them, alright? You can have a lot of fun with them, alright? But saying out, none of them's going to work. You just come out the ship here, on your way home, put your chip, make just texture. Oh, excellent. And it's usually broad Salford accent and give us your money! There will be fancy swear words at some point. Okay. Now, at this point, I would say, give me money. Okay? 30 years martial arts training. Okay? And I'm telling you, 30 years martial arts training, and I'm telling you, give me money. Dialogue. Talk to him. Second D, distract. Someone's holding a knife to somebody's throat. Like, take that pineapple off your head! And the guy actually went like that. What? At this point, he legged it. Right? Weird. Throw it in. Is that it? He will be on an adrenaline high. Give us your money. Oh, wait. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Have whatever you want. Have whatever you want. You know what I mean? I've only got 20 quid. Will you take a tenner? Wait for that answer. Ask him a question. Engage his brain. By engaging his brain, okay, he's no longer in the lizard part of his brain. He's not even in the mammal part of his brain. He's actually got to access his actual brain. As long as he's not brain dead, which is a bit debatable in Salford, right? He should actually think. Right? He'll be thinking of something like, I'm going to rip your face off. Okay? Or something along those lines. He won't be actually going to have a dialogue with you about, you know, Nietzsche's third rule or whatever. And the moment he engages his brain, that's when you act. It's going to be hard for you because you've got the fear aspect. One hand comes across, one hand goes down. Okay? Now, Santa Claus! Well, what happens if you don't do this, do this? Okay? Right. Where they're pushing, alright? I would say, you know, gain a bit of space. The problem is, when you actually gain space in a knife fight, okay, guess what? It rushes back in again. It's like water. So what you've got to do, okay, is you've actually got to take his energy. Right? So as he actually comes in and he's like, he's coming for you, okay, you move out of the way, alright, very, very slightly. Now this is the bit where I was saying to you, you're not going to get out of a knife fight without getting caught. Right? You're not. Right? As the blade comes in, alright, there's a good chance that you're going to get sliced. Okay? Because, you know, it's your trunk and it's his hand, he's moving pretty fast. Alright? As long as you don't get stabbed. That's the killer. Alright? So as he comes in, clean his nose. Okay? Okay. Clean his nose. So as he comes in, step aside. Okay. Right. The hand naturally comes across this part. Okay? And by putting pressure down, okay, he can either go to the ground, okay, or I can break his actual arm. In real life, really go for it, okay, and pummel him all the way to the ground. Right. Right. Got cut again, over here, out the way. Alright. You're going to get cut as soon as you feel that knife, and you'll feel it, get it in. Okay, trap it to their body. If you can't trap it to their body, trap it to your body. Okay? Yeah, I've just stabbed myself in the buttocks. Okay? But I'd rather stab myself in the buttocks if I can get stabbed in the lower abdominal, okay, or the throat. And this is where it becomes sort of a fight for your life. Okay? Because you're in close, okay? Grab an ear, take it away. You know? Bite, scratch, okay? Knee in, grab, pull, okay? Break.
There are many different approaches to a knife fight. One approach is that people tell you to focus only on the knife. So the attacker brings the knife, and you assume this is the most dangerous bit, and you only focus on this. Nothing else matters. You only focus on this knife, so he doesn't cut you until you get away. Yeah? That's the problem for him. If you focus only on the knife, two things can happen. We had them already. Yeah? He can say, okay, if he wants to fight with my knife, ooh, yeah? Philosophy that says we don't care for the knife at all. Yeah? Because the knife is just one tool of many. We always care for the person itself. We're not caring for the weapon at all. Now this has gone horribly wrong in the past. But focusing on the knife has gone horribly wrong as well. Because what does that mean? If I focus on it, I bring my fingers, my arms, something up towards the blade. And this is the last bit where I want my fingers to be. If I can't run, if I have to engage with him, I want to make sure that I'm very, very close. The closer you are, the less can happen to you. Yeah? When you're here, and he has a proper possibility to swing or to stab, yeah, it's very difficult. And you notice how difficult it was to duck and cut. Didn't cut, but hit my head. Yeah. So, you see, it's very difficult to dodge it. It gets much easier when you are slightly closer. Yeah. The closer you are, the nicer it is. Instead of the knife, we give you a pen. Yeah. You will see exactly where you have been painted. Wherever you have paint is actually a spot where you would bleed. And then you can have yeah? Did we show you enough now? See, this is one part of it. We said, before we started this, we said it has to be a bit scary. Because there's nothing worse than giving people the feeling, cool tricks, and then we're done. Knives are really, really bad. The moment you bring a weapon to a fight, the level of escalation goes from here to there. And you have to think that it's very likely, if you raise the level of aggression, that the opponent follows. So you might feel, I pull my knife and he gets scared, but you might get someone who says, you think that's a knife? That's a knife. Yeah? Yeah.
As I've said, a knife is more dangerous than a gun. Okay? A gun, okay, I'm okay here. Right? A knife, okay, all over. There's three different types of knife attackers. Okay? There's people that show, where's your money? Okay, usually wearing a hook, some sort of scarf on the face. Alright? They're showing you. Okay? And you've got stabbers, okay, that basically. And then you've got the players. Players are dangerous. When a child carries a knife in their group of friends, they'll play with it. And they become semi-professional. I saw a kid over in Somalia. Honestly, I've been training for 30 years in martial arts. And these kids were brilliant! Honestly, they really were very, very good. And the same thing's happening, unfortunately, in this country. The kids are carrying knives and they're becoming semi-professional with them because they're playing. I'm not saying that they're stabbing people every day. Okay? They're carrying the knives with them all the time. It's becoming part and parcel of, keys, wallet. No. When someone pulls out a knife, after all the times that I've seen it happen, and all the conditions that I've been in, my stomach goes, whoa! It's a fight or flight reaction. Your reaction, being normal, non-sociopathic, hopefully, people, is to freeze. Right? But what your body's actually trying to do, it's sending blood to to your muscles. It's giving you adrenaline, right, to speed you up. It's giving you strength, right? It's taking blood away from the surface of your actual skin, so if you do get cut, you don't bleed. Right? That's why you turn white. Your stomach starts feeling all weird because your body goes, well, we don't really need a digestive system at the moment, you're about to die. It's afterwards, after the situation's happened, after those cases happened, you sit there and your leg's shaking. Okay, what's all that about? It's adrenaline. It's adrenaline in your system, rushing through. We've got two eyes at the front, we've got canine teeth. Our body structures are designed to take brunt force trauma to the front of our bodies. Okay? We're predators. Basically, the outside of your arms, okay, all fine to be caught. Okay? Outside of your legs, all fine to be caught. Alright? Your scalp. Okay? Careful with your scalp because if too much blood gets in your eyes, you can't see. Okay? But again, your scalp, nothing there. Cheekbones, nothing there. Okay? Your throat, obviously, you've got to actually cover that.
Yeah, it's the legs, the arteries in the legs that are dangerous. Same here. You stab someone in the inside of the. Oh, that's really bad.
This is now your armour. Don't worry too much about your chest. Chances of actually, a knife getting through on your chest, very, very rare. Got your floating ribs, okay, coming down here, right? Then you're into your actual abdominals. Lower abdominals, upper abdominals. Right? These you need to watch. You don't turn right, you've got your liver there. Okay? Get stabbed in the liver, that's not a nice way to die. Alright? So your left side, you're virtually covered. You've got your pelvis there, you've got your actual quadriceps, okay, you've got your shins, right, you've got your feet, you've got your guard here. By putting the hand up, it gives him the false impression that we're still this close, even though you've gone like that. A real knife fight is here, okay? When the knife comes out, okay, you're probably going to get stabbed before you even know it. So once you feel it, trap it. Okay? Now, this is where realism meets martial arts. Alright? If I've got somebody with a trap knife here, okay, I'm not going to give him a kiss. Okay? I'm going to be headbutting him, I'm going to be biting him, okay? The knees are going in, okay? And I'm going to be trap killing. Simple. It's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. It's better to actually stand up in court and say, well, Your Honour, I didn't do anything. He came at me, rather than somebody else standing in court saying, Gary was killed, this gentleman did it, how do you plead? Right? Find yourself in a life or death situation, you are allowed by law to preemptive strike. Everybody thinks that self-defence means that he has to come at me first. He has to strike me first. It doesn't. If you actually read the law, it's if you feel that your life is threatened, or if somebody else's life is threatened that you're with, you are allowed to use reasonable force. What is reasonable force? Reasonable force is force used against somebody in conjunction. So if he's trying to kill you and you kill him, that's reasonable force.
There you go. Gonna get very stuck now.
Our brain sees a danger, and we want to avoid that danger. So we are spending a lot of time trying to get away from it and dodging it and pushing it to the side. But we leave our opponent with that bloody knife in activity. So now the next step, while you try to avoid being stabbed or cut to death, you also want to turn the tide or run away. One of both.
I'm fine, guys. It's fine.
Do not pick up the knife. There's a couple of reasons. You bend over to pick up the knife, okay, and his mates just boot you in there. You bend over to pick up the knife, it becomes a scramble. He's scrambling for the knife, you're scrambling for the knife. Your main thing is to disengage and get away. Okay? Run. If the knife is shown at you, run! I have a saying in here, leave your ego at the door. It's not important that you look good. It's not important that you can turn around to your friends in the pub and say, oh, I did this. Okay? What's important is speaking to your friends that night because you're not dead. Kissing your children, night, good night. Curling up with your loved one. That's what's important in life. Not looking good. Not being the big man. So you just legged it. Big deal.
Huh?